Good evening, hockey fans, and we welcome you to GoViants.tv's broadcast of Manhattanville College men's hockey. Tonight, the Viants take on an ECAC West Semifinals matchup between the Viants and the Hobart College Statesmen. Good evening, folks. Tyson Egler coming to you live from Playland Ice Casino, located in Rye, New York, home of the Manhattanville College men's and women's ice hockey teams, and I'm joined by Casey Sherman. Casey, playoff action here, and nothing better than getting to host a playoff game here at the friendly confines of Playland Ice Casino. We saw the women victorious earlier today. Let's see if the men can follow suit.
Home ice advantage, always huge, especially in the playoffs. Like you said, a victory for the women in the first half of today's doubleheader. The men looking to follow suit. A big game on the line between two powerhouse teams. Hobart nationally ranked, Manhattanville, the number 2 seed in the playoffs. Sure to be an exciting game.
Winner of this game will face the winner of number 14th ranked Utica, as they'll square off against the 5th ranked team in the ECAC West tournament, Newman. As you take a look at the brackets, Hobart defeating Stevenson 6-2 on Wednesday, while Newman was a 4-1 victor against Nazareth. Utica wins, then the tournament will run through Utica. If Utica were to fall, then the championship game will go either to the winner of Hobart or Manhattanville. ECAC tournament semifinals. This is the 4th time in 5 years that Manhattanville has appeared in the semifinals, while Hobart has appeared in the last 10 semifinals for the ECAC championship. Manhattanville looking to qualify for the championship game for the first time since 2013. Hobart has played for the conference title the last 2 seasons. Both teams currently tied atop the ECAC West with 4 titles. Elmira also with 4 titles as well. Overall series, Manhattanville holds a 24-22-5 record against the Statesmen. They are 14-9-3 when playing at Playland, but Hobart does have a 3-1 advantage when these two teams face off in the conference tournament. This season, Manhattanville went 2-0 against Hobart. The Viants and Utica, the only teams to defeat Hobart twice this year, and only teams actually to even defeat Hobart in conference play. Both games were 5-3 victories for Manhattanville. Matt Lippa led the way on the offense with 4 goals and an assist in the 2 contests. Hobart 6 different goal scorers, led by Jonas Tolpol with a goal and 2 assists. So gave me both teams just a little bit better. First, for the 6th ranked team in the nation, the Hobart College Statesmen, 18-4-4 on the year. They finished ECAC play 9-4-1. They've been nationally ranked all season. They defeated Stevenson, as we mentioned, on Wednesday, 6-2, 6 different goal scorers in that contest, led by Piso, who had 2 assists, Sokol and Greiner, each with a goal and an assist. Statesmen unbeaten in their last 4 games since going on a 2-game losing streak when they dropped back-to-back matchups to Utica and Manhattanville. They have the 2nd best scoring offense in the conference with 4 goals a game on 40 shots, and the top defense in the conference, giving up just over 2 goals a game on 30 shots. They score on 17% of their power plays, and they have the top penalty kill unit at 87%. Players to watch tonight for the Statesmen include senior Nick Baineman. He's 3rd in the ECAC in goals with 17, tied for 3rd on the team in assists with 10, and leads the team in points with 27. Sophomore Jonas Topol, 3 points, as we mentioned, against Manhattanville this year. Tied for the team for 2nd in the team with goals with 11, tied for 3rd and assists with 10, 2nd on the team in points with 21. And senior Bobby Sokol, 2 points in the win against Stevenson this past week, tied for 2nd in the team with 11 goals, and 3rd on the team in points with 20. And now taking a look at the starters for Manhattanville. The Viants saw their 4-game win streak snapped last week when they fell at Newman 4-3. The Viants scored just under 4 goals a game on 31 shots while giving up 3 goals on 26 shots. The Viants score on 18% of their power plays, and they kill off 82% of opponents' power plays. Players to watch here for tonight, same as usual. If you've been following the broadcast, the Viants led by sophomore Matt Lippa, who is 5th in the ECAC with goals with 15. He has 9 assists on the year and leads the team in points with 24. And of course, you always got to take a look for the Platt brothers. eldest, Adam Platt, second on team in goals with 11. Brian, third on team with 10 goals. Adam tied for third with 11 assists, while Brian has 5 assists on the season. And the most important matchup of them all, the matchup between the goalies. It will be junior Frank Opplander squaring off against sophomore Tyler Fever Opplander, 8-4-2 on the year. He hosts the conference's 4th best goals against average of just over 2 goals a game, and has the 2nd best save percentage in the conference at 92%. Squaring off against Manhattanville's Tyler Fever. Fever 12-8-1 on the year. He has the 5th best goals against average at 3 per contest, and 6th best in the conference in save percentage at 89. So we're just minutes away from Manhattanville and Hobart doing battle here, and a few notes here coming into the contest. Last time the Valiants defeated Hobart 3 consecutive times was in 2010, and the last time the Valiants were able to defeat the Statesmen 3 times in the season was all the way back in the 2007-2008 season. And Casey, we know this Hobart team, they're going to come in ready to go, so you can't take the Statesmen lightly.
No, Manhattanville's going to have to get off on a hot start. They're going to need to build up some physicality and win the physical battle on the ice. And they got to create offensive opportunities right off the bat, put the pressure on Frank Opplander, and really try to bring this game to Hobart. If they sit back on their heels and they allow Hobart to get the edge first, it's going to be a long night for Manhattanville, and you don't want to play from behind against this nationally ranked team.
Last season, Manhattanville fell here in the same exact scenario. They were the number 2 seed in the ECAC tournament and fell to Utica in overtime. And we'll see if they can avoid that consequence going up against the Statesmen of Hobart College. As the Statesmen introduced, as you mentioned, they've been ranked all season. Only 4 losses on the year, and all 4 of those losses coming in conference, as Manhattanville was able to beat them twice, and Utica, the top team in the ECAC, was able to defeat them twice as well. In case we mentioned in the girls' game, the big key was who's going to score first and who's going to hold the lead after the first period. When Manhattanville scores first, they're 12-3-1 on the year. Hobart 15-1-2. When leading after the first period, Manhattanville a perfect 12-0. Hobart 13-1-2 when leading after the first. So once again, who comes out ready to go will determine the victor most likely.
Yeah, definitely. Both these teams like to get off on hot starts. As you can see, a combined 27 wins when these 2 teams score first. So when you have a high-powered offense that both of these teams have, it's easy to jump out on top, so it's easy to see why there are so many numbers here when they score first. Both these teams like to get on top first, and like you said, it combined just 5 wins when the opponent scores first in 17 contests. So a huge key in this one, trying to get out to a hot start and try to find the back of the net early and put the momentum on your side.
As they finish up the introduction for the Manhattanville starters, we'll take a quick break here on GoValiants.tv. National anthem, followed by puck drop as the Valiants take on the Statesmen in the ECAC West semifinals. national anthem played. We're just about to get underway in this ECAC West semifinal matchup between Manhattanville and Hobart. Taking a look at the two mentors for each squad first. For the visiting statements, they are led by 17-year mentor Mark Taylor. He's assisted by Mark Fallon and Manhattanville, led by 5th-year head coach Arlen Marshall. He's assisted by Manhattanville graduate Artem Gumenya, Jonathan DeCastro, and Scott Pollock. Just moments away here from Manhattanville and Hobart doing battle here. A spot in the ECAC Championship on the line between the Valiants and the Statesmen. Corey Anderson will take the opening faceoff for Manhattanville. He will be joined by line mates Matt Lippa, Adam Platt, and his defense behind him will be Ryan Jackson and Axel Walton. He'll be squaring off against number 22, Zach Sternbach. Both players now in the faceoff down. We're underway and is won by the Valiants. Expect a lot of physical play between these two arch rivals.
Yeah, you mentioned it, Tyson, the physical play. The Valiants going with a big lineup here on the ice tonight. A couple players that have seen some increased minutes here late in the year, but definitely one of the biggest lineups that head coach Arlen Marshall has put on the ice this season, trying to take the physicality to the Statesmen.
Statesmen will now dump this one into the Manhattanville zone. Ryan Jackson back there with it. Jackson turns and passes this one off. Valiants looking to play ahead as Berglund will go tumbling to the ice. Dumped back in by Jack McNee. Valiants look to bring this one back out of their own end. That pass deflected away. They'll skate all the way up to Tegan Wow. Wow plays it back. And now Manhattanville looks to start the rush. Here's Phil Dinner with it, the senior Dinner. Dumps this one into the Hobart zone. For a big check there along the boards, and now the Statesmen will bring it back out. Played up head, poked away though by Tanner Hicks. Hicks playing this one ahead up to Berglund. Berglund looking to try to dump it in, cut off though, and now it will be the Statesman with his Russo will play it ahead. Played over towards the way of Tyler Fever. Ball off the mark, and now Manhattanville will bring it back out of their zone. Back looking to try to play it ahead, and he will. McNee back there with it. It's trying to keep this one in the zone, and they will. Played ahead towards Nigel Slade. Slade, though, unable to handle the pass, and now it'll be Sokol with it. Sokol entering the zone. He has that one poked away from him. Now Manhattanville will go back on the rush, dumped in by Nigel Slade. Slade will continue to press as he checks Russo into the boards. Bryant's now with it. They'll play it behind the net. Brian Platt trying to play this one up top towards Waltott. Waltott just selects to play this one around the boards. Puck squirts out. Now Hobart will have it, and Hobart come with speed, and we're going to have a delayed penalty coming up here against Manhattanville. So first power play opportunity of the day will come up towards the Statesmen, as Valiants are going to be called for the penalty.
Jackson heading to the box, going to get called for interference here. Looks like a clean hit with a Statesman with the puck. Referee didn't agree with it, so like you said, Statesman to the power play. Manhattanville, the first penalty kill unit opportunity of the night, and a big chance to see how these special teams will affect the early goings of this one.
And we mentioned in the girls' game how important your power play and penalty kill units are, and we saw it was a big factor for the girls to collecting the victory against Southern Maine, as they're able to score 3 power play goals as that first one's poked away. Here comes Adam Platt with it. Platt's been on a hot streak as of late. Platt has that one taken away from him, and he has proven to be dangerous on all facets of the end and nearly had a shorthanded opportunity. Statesman will bring this one back into the Manhattanville end. Brian Jackson called on the interference penalty, and they're going to shoot and score as that one slips past Fever, and it's an early 1-0 lead for Hobart.
Big start for the Statesmen, an unlucky play there for Tyler Fever. Kind of a soft goal given up there, not something you want to see from your standout goaltender, something you want to build some confidence up, and that's not a way to do it. First opportunity of the night, and the Hobart finds the back of the net.
I believe that was the first shot of the night as well, and it's going to be credited for a goal. So Hobart on top, they're able to take advantage of the power play And it's an early 1-0 lead for the Statesmen here at Playland Ice Casino, so the Valiants are going to look to try to rally.
Now it's going to be interesting to see how they respond. Back at even strength, an opportunity to really take this to Hobart. I want to see how they're able to get out of their defensive end. A couple of opportunities early where they've elected to just dump the puck in and haven't had many offensive chances. When they beat number 1 St. Norbert earlier this year, they did an excellent job of breaking out of their defensive end, crisp passing, and some good opportunities from the defensive end. And it led to a few goals. They're going to need to do that again against Hobart.
I believe this is actually the first time the Statesmen have had a lead against Manhattanville this season. As the Valiants, we mentioned, 2 5-3 victories against Hobart. And after the icing, it will be a face-off in the Manhattanville end. Lopato and Binaman. And Lopato is going to be thrown out of the face-off circle. It'll be won by Binaman, trying to put a quick shot on goal, unable to. It'll be played in by Bio. Valiants now look to bring this one out of the zone, poked away though by number 53, Tyler Wolf, and now the Valiants get it out. Lopato playing this one ahead, poked away though by Oplinger. Platt sent flying into the boards, and now the Statesmen will have it back. Sokol plays this one ahead, and Tyler Fever just forced to cover this one up as there was a Statesman skater breathing right down his neck.
Only 3.5 minutes in, but a big face-off coming up here as Manhattanville needs to get the puck out of their end. They don't allow Hobart to get into their offensive set. They want to limit those opportunities that the Statesmen have. Once again, the Valiants kicked out of the face-off circle, so it's going to be Adam Platt now trying to win this face-off. And now the Statesmen thrown out.
So 2 scares usually don't take the face-off, and it'll be advantage Manhattanville. Valiants will play this one up around the boards. They will say no icing as Oplinger will play this one off to one of his defensemen. 1-0 the lead for Hobart early here in the first period. Here's a turnover. Manhattanville shoots and turns, but that one's steered away by Oplinger.
Good job there by Lipa. A chance on the turnaround, just missed the target.
Lipa going to try to hustle to apply the pressure. The always speedy Matt Lipa. Here's Manhattanville with a shot attempt just wide of the cage. Hicks will now send this one towards the direction of Oplinger. Now out of the zone, senior Tanner Hicks is over to play this one. Hicks enters the zone patiently with it. Trying to send it towards Oplinger's way, blocked away, and now the Statesmen will look to regroup as Tanner Shaw will have it. Shaw trying to play it ahead, unable to, and it'll squirt out of the Manhattanville zone. Nolan Marshall with it. Marshall playing this one up towards Tegan Wah's way. Waugh along with a Statesman defenseman poking for the puck, and it'll be the Statesman coming out with it as Dencourt has it. And a big check there along the boards by the Valiants, but the Statesmen able to get it out, and they'll put a shot attempt, and that one's steered away by Fever.
I'm sure that's a shot that Arlen Marshall and the Valiants can live with. An easy save for Fever. Try to get that confidence back up after the early goal.
That one steered away by the stick from Oplinger on the Berglund shot. So face-off will take place in the Hobart zone.
And the Manhattanville Swedish faithful applauding that shot attempt. Nice fan zone with the Swedish flag on the far side of the rink here tonight. A lot of international students here from Manhattanville, a lot on this men's hockey team showing their support for their fellow countrymen.
3 different countries represented on the men's hockey team: Canada, Sweden, and the United States. And those international players playing some big roles for the Valiants this year. And now Manhattanville look to enter the zone. Brian Platt, though, sent towards the ice and now cleared back out. Jackson sends this one over to one of those Swedes, Axel Walcott, not out to Platt. Platt, his shot attempt saved by Oplinger. Rebound opportunity for Platt. He's unable to get that towards Oplinger as it's deflected away by the Statesman.
Much better job on the offensive end by Manhattanville, just getting in and throwing some quick shots on the direction of Oplinger. Testing him early, and like we said so many times this year, if you can get a bounce to go your way on a rebound or even get a bouncing puck that slides by Oppinger, you're right back in this game.
That multi-line pass is off the mark, and the face-off will take place in the Hobart zone as we're 5 minutes gone here in the first period of play. Giants win the face-off. They'll try to play behind the net. Centering pass, and one of the Giants carriers goes tumbling to the ice. And now Hobart will play it out. Back forced to get back on side, so he could not play that puck in the Hobart zone. Will be dumped into the Manhattanville line. Cross-ice pass over to Jeff Beck. Beck gives it back to Slade. Here's Slade with it. Slade shot attempt, and Oppinger collects the save. This fourth line for Manhattanville can be deadly. Generally, the fourth line for the Giants has included Brian Platt, Jeff Beck, and Nigel Slade, but they elected to put Dearson on the line here tonight. It's fourth line collecting a shot attempt. Hicks goes cross ice on this pass, where Manhattanville looked to keep possession. Berglund with it. Played over towards Marshall, now back to Berglund. Berglund looking to pass it over to Phil Dinner, now to Hicks. Hicks will just play this one along the boards. Law and Marshall both trying to keep possession for Manhattanville, but instead it'll be Bieneman coming out with it. That one kept in the zone by Berglund. Giants with it. Here's a shot attempt, and Oppinger save. Puck is loose. Giants are unable to collect the rebound. Manhattanville picking up the pressure here on the offensive end. And the Statesman will just simply dump this one in as Neal will send it behind the net. Beaver out of his net, plays this one along the boards, and it'll go all the way up to center ice to Connor Simmons. Simmons with it, dumps it back into the Manhattanville zone. Here comes Manhattanville. Pearson with it. And now Hobart will have it back. Seeing up the ice is Sillard. Sillard, pass attempt and a big save there by Fever on the John Neal shot. Keeps it just a 1-goal deficit.
Great lateral movement there by Tyler Fever, going across the goal mouth and somehow kicking away with that left leg and doing a good job of controlling the rebound and holding on.
Of course, keeping an eye on Utica and Newman. So far, a scoreless game early in the first period. The winner of this game will face the winner of Newman and Utica in the ECAC Championship round. As Hobart player currently on the ice, and now they're going to stop play as Dencourt was on the ice and both teams trying to poke away and win possession of the puck. Faceoff will take place in the Hobart zone, so we'll see if Manhattanville can capitalize on this offensive zone draw.
And the Statesman lucky that Dencourt got up on his hands and knees after falling on that puck, as he laid there on the ice for quite a while. Had the risk of getting called for delay of game staying on top of the puck, but like we said, play stopped after a while and no delay of game called. And a big check there as the Giants continue to pick up the physical pressure.
And Hobart's going to respond there with a big check behind the play. Looked like it could have been a potential penalty, but no call by the officials. They're going to let the boys play tonight. As this shot attempt is well wide of the cage.
It's been interesting early on here in this one. Like you said, the officials letting them play. A lot of physical play between both teams. It's the linesmen that have been sticking to the rules, as they've kicked out multiple players from the faceoff circle, but only one penalty called so far, and that one win against Manhattanville.
And of course, that was a huge penalty, as that so far is the lone goal, as the Statesmen are able to score on the power play. Looking to add to their lead, but Fever able to block that one away. One-timer opportunity. Fever unable to handle that one. It's a goal by John Neal, as that one was redirected. As Fever looked like he had an eye on that one. And I believe McDougal will get credit for the goal, as he might have directed that one on the Neal shot.
A fantastic redirection there by McDougal, just shooting that one straight down bouncing puck found the 5-hole, and it's 2-0 Hobart. And Manhattanville was picking up the pressure. They had momentum going in their side, and Hobart responding, and it's now a 2-goal game.
Giants need to try to get going here. They can't fall in too much a hole against Hobart, as they are one of the best defenses in the conference, giving up just over 2 goals a game. Looking to add to that lead as the shot by Neal is deflected away by a Manhattanville skater. 2-0 the lead after the McDougal goal.
Giants just 1 win on the year when trailing after the first. So like you said, these next 10 minutes are going to be very important. See if Manhattanville can get some momentum back in their side and find the back of the net and at least get this down to a 1-goal game at the first intermission.
I was just going to say that, Casey. You don't need to necessarily tie the game up, but at least try to find the back of the net and cut the deficit in half and give yourself a chance. Still plenty of hockey to go here. As we are even at the halfway mark of the first period, 2-0 the lead for Hobart. As Statesmen have come out playing hard here tonight, and they've capitalized on their opportunities. As this puck will skate to Oplaner. Oplaner likes to play it off to Neal. And now Tegan Waugh will have it. Waugh enters the zone with speed. Here's a shot attempt by Waugh, blocked away before it could even get to Oplaner. Giants still with it. Here's another shot attempt, saved by Oplaner. Puck loose. Giants trying to push this one across, but unable to.
That puck sat there in the crease for a long time. Statesman got lucky to clear that one off the goal line.
Offsides will be called against Manhattanville. So faceoff will take place just outside the Hobart zone. 10:02 to go here in the first period. 2-0 Hobart, as they look to defeat Manhattanville at home. And it'll be the second consecutive year the Giants have fallen in the semifinals at home. As Hobart with the turnover, here's shot attempt by Bieneman. Beaver able to collect a big save as Nick Bieneman, the leading scorer for Hobart, and an excellent opportunity to make it a 3-0 game.
Giants have not done a very good job of getting into shooting lanes so far. These Statesman players have had some great looks at Tyler Fever, and you don't want to leave your goalie out to dry, especially in a playoff matchup. Just 3 saves so far for Tyler Fever on the night, 2 goals allowed. So the Giant defense really needs to step up their game here and close out on these Statesman players and really shut down these shooting lanes and try to block some shots in front, and it could lead to some opportunities the other direction.
Giants have control of the puck after that faceoff. Played up ahead. Here's Jeff Beck with it. Beck with speed. His shot attempt by Beck blocked away. Beck, though, will come back with it. Trying to shot from a tough angle, but once again blocked away. So, Casey, as you mentioned, it was the Giants that have been unable to get in the way of shooting lanes, and right there is the Statesman blocking 2 potential shot attempts.
Yeah, Statesman have done a good job. Just 3 blocks on the night. 2 of them coming there on that last rush, but they've done an excellent job of at least affecting shots and causing a lot of these shots to go wide. The Giants have attempted 12 shots already, and only 5 have found the target.
And icing will be called against Manhattanville as the Giants are unable to hook up on that pass. So we'll go back into the Giants zone for this defensive zone faceoff. Faceoff won by the Statesman. Here's a shot attempt that's blocked away. Hobart able to create an opportunity immediately off the faceoff as this pass attempt towards Adam Platt well behind the senior. And he tried to regroup and get that one, but unable to. Giants back with it. Platt shovels this one along. Here comes Manhattanville. Back to Adam Platt. And now Platt will be sent into the boards. Shot attempt off of the side of the net. Now Hobart will have it back. Simon with it. He'll look to play this one ahead. Hicks is there to try to push that one along, and the Giants will clear this one out of the zone where it will go back to Russo. Russo turns it over. Galdo unable to get a clean shot on net. As that shot went weakly off to the side. Now here comes Hobart back with it. Potential 3-on-1. Here's a shot attempt and a big save there by Tyler Fever. As if he gives up a rebound opportunity, it could easily be a 3-0 game.
Kind of question the decision making there for Andrew Sillard. 3-on-1, when the defender closes out on you, you usually look to pass it off to one of your linesmen. He had two skaters wide open on the backside. He elected to shoot it. And a good job of Tyler Fever closing down the angle. An easy save for the sophomore.
Lopato able to win the faceoff. Vines will play this one off the boards and into center ice. Ball with it, looking to play this one along. And now we'll go back into the Manhattanville zone where Fever will come out of the net and play this one. Turnover in the Manhattanville zone, and now Hobart will have it back, looking to add to their leads. This shot attempt off the mark. Puck now behind the end line. Now along the boards as both teams prying for it. There's another shot attempt, and Fever just able to punch that one away. Played ahead up towards Brian Platt's way. Platt, though, unable to keep possession of it, and a turnover by Manhattanville. Waltop will have it back. The big sophomore skates along. He'll pass this one up ahead and shoveled in by the Valiants. And a big check there behind the plays by Manhattanville. Let's see if the physicality can help get Manhattanville back in this contest.
That's definitely one area where they have been having the advantage so far. The physical battle is clearly being won by Manhattanville, out hitting the Statesmen. Just hasn't led to it hasn't carried over to other areas of their game so far.
Maybe try to potentially wear down this Hobart team. As Marshall just flings this one along, and it'll be cleared out of the Manhattanville zone. And it will be icing called against Hobart. So we'll skate back down to the Hobart end where Manhattanville will look to try to cut into the steps. It was 6:40 to go here in the first period, a 2-0 lead for Hobart. Anderson take the face-off for Manhattanville. He'll win it. Here's Matt Lippa with it. Lippa trying to pass this one off, but a big kick save there by Oplinger. Skating ahead are the Statesmen. Played up ahead, but turned over. Now Manhattanville will have it back up towards Matt Lippa. Lippa just likes to dump this one in. Here's Adam Platt with it. Hobart now playing this one along as it's able to get past the Manhattanville defense. Ryan's trying to clear it out of their zone. Still working on it, but unable to as Hobart will keep it in. Under 6 to go here in the first period. Centering pass, no one there though for the Statesmen. Now played out to the red line where Hobart will have it, and they will enter offsides.
It'll be interesting to see after we head out of the locker room at the first intermission if Arlen Marshall changes the offensive strategy for Manhattanville, electing to dump and chase for the majority of this first period, and it hasn't really led to too many opportunities. We'll see if they try to elect to carry the puck into the Hobart end of the ice a little bit more going throughout the game, as the valiant forecheck has just been pretty much non-existent so far.
And Valiant's going to be called for offsides as Slade entered before Deersink could play it into the Hobart zone, so we'll have a face-off just outside the Hobart defensive zone with 5:30 to go here in the first period. Slade to take the face-off for Manhattanville. He'll win it. Plays over towards Deerson's way. Now cleared out of the zone. Lions dump this one in as Nigel Slade's there to put on the pressure. Slade with it, plays it behind the net towards Deerson. As the puck now tied up along the boards, both teams poking and prying for it. That'll be Manhattanville coming out with it. Centering pass deflected away, and now Hobart will bring it out. They'll just dump this one into the zone where Fever will actually make a save, and the Valiants will play this one into their own bench, so the faceoff will take place in the Manhattanville zone. Valiants looking to defeat the Statesmen for the third consecutive time and 3 times in one season. Last time the Vines defeated the Statesmen 3 times in the season was the 2007-2008 year, and last time there were 3 consecutive wins against the Statesmen was all the way in 2010. But so far it's Hobart with the advantage. Now as this puck will just dribble out into the neutral zone, and with speed come the Statesmen. As here's a shot attempt saved by Fever. And great control there by Fever, because if he doesn't kick that one anywhere else, that's a goal for Hobart.
Fever starting to settle down here after giving up those 2 early goals. Trying to get back in a rhythm here between the pipes. Vines need him if they want to get back in this one.
As this shot attempt will be blocked away. And Anvil looking to try to play it out of their own zone. We'll get a whistle and a haltage of play. This puck will go all the way back into the Hobart end. And Manhattanville will look to try to pick up the forecheck pressure and try to get on the scoreboard before the end of the period. This one played ahead towards Russo. Russo losing control of it, now played off the boards and behind the net. Waltott has it. Waltott passing this one off to Corey Anderson. Anderson up to Lippa. Here's Matt Lippa with it. Adam Platt with him. Here's a shot attempt by Lippa, and Oplinger will collect the save.
Vines continue to get the puck in the offensive end and shoot, and just keep throwing as many pucks on Oplinger as they can every time they get it into the zone. And so far, he's been on top of his game and really have shut down the Vines that have not allowed any second chance opportunities.
Oplinger, the second best save percentage in the conference at 92%. As he's showing off the leather here tonight with a few nice saves to keep it a scoreless contest for Manhattanville. Garbenas pokes this one back into the Hobart zone. Now played ahead as we have a Statesman skater currently down on the ice, slow to get up. It's Nick Beinerman. And Beinerman back to his feet and looks to be good to go. As he'll skate over to the bench. And Casey just, you can hear the Hobart bench here. They're very into this game, very active and getting after the game and very into it. In Manhattanville, so far I really haven't heard anything so far from the right of us.
Yeah, so far Vines have been a little bit deflated by these 2 Hobart goals, so something just needs to go right for Manhattanville to spark some life back in this team. Like we said, a goal here late in the period would be that spark that they need. And if not, they better come out of the locker room on the attack to start the second.
Here's Hobart with a backhander attempt steered away by the Manhattanville defenses. It would have been a great chance for Topal. Hobart back with it in the Manhattanville zone. 2-0 lead for the visiting Statesmen. The 6th ranked team in the country. They've been nationally ranked all year. Only 4 losses this year, and 2 of those coming to Manhattanville. The other 2 to the number 1 seed in the conference tournament, Utica, as that one's kicked away by Fever. As this puck will be played along the boards, and the Vines will play it out towards Slade's way, but just out of the reach of the sophomore Nigel Slade. Dump back in. Now Manhattanville will look to bring it out on the rush. Played off the boards. Gall will dump this one in. Brian Platt there to try to provide the pressure. As now Phil Dinner will race back. No icing though on the play. So play will resume here with under 2 to go here in the first period. Dinner playing this one along. Now up towards Stephen Gall's way, trying to keep that one in the zone. Was Shaw, but unable to. Now Manhattanville will have it. Here's Lopato. Lopato's shot attempt will be steered away and out of play by Oplinger. As Oplinger continues perfect play in between the pipes for the Statesmen. Senior captain Nolan Marshall in the face-off circle. Looking to win the face-off and try to set up the offense for Manhattanville. He will unfortunately loses. Now Hobart will play it out of their zone. Axel Waltod races back and cuts off Bobby Sokol. As he'll have possession for the Vines. Played ahead towards Wah. Wah dumps this one in. Rousseau is now there with it. And the Vine player tripped up. Here's Waltod with it. Waltod shot attempt. Vines trying to redirect that one, but unable to. Jackson over to Waltod. Big swing by Waltod. Kick save by Oplander. Puck loose. And it'll be played out of the Hobart zone. And we'll wait and we'll get a whistle for icing.
Biggest face-off of the game coming up right here so far. 45 seconds left. A lot of tired legs on the ice for Hobart. A big defensive stand on that last opportunity for Manhattanville. Big face-off win here could spark a goal late in the period.
And the Vines will respond by sending their top offensive line out there, but a face-off loss for Corey Anderson. Vines trying to keep this one in the zone. It will squirt out. And now Manhattanville will re-enter the zone. This shot attempt blocked away. Vines still with it. Lippa looking to try to pass this one off, but off the mark. Play it ahead where Griner chop at this one. Jackson tried to clear it out of the zone, but it'll be into the Manhattanville bench, and face-off will happen just outside the Vine zone. .25 seconds to go here in the first period. Face-off won by Anderson. Now Manhattanville Vines with one final rush attempt to try to get at least one goal back before the end of the first period. This one's played ahead. Shaheen had no idea where that puck was, and it could have been a breakaway chance for the Statesman if he knew where it was. As the final seconds will tick off the board, and that will do it for the first period of play. All Hobart to start the contest, as they'll head into the locker room with a 2-goal lead against Manhattanville. And the Vines will look to regroup and try to get things going here in the second period as they look to rally to defeat Hobart for the third time in the season. As we'll take a quick break here on GoValiants.tv at the end of the first period of play. It's number 6 ranked Hobart 2, Manhattanville 0. 2-0 the lead for the 6th-ranked team in the nation, Hobart, against Manhattanville in the ECAC semifinal game. Winner of this contest will go on to face the winner of Utica and Newman in the ECAC West Championship. So far, it's the Statesmen that look like will have their ticket punched to the championship game. Still 2 periods left to play, so plenty of time for the Valiants to rally if they want to beat the Statesmen for the 3rd time this season. Taking a look at the stats through 2 periods of play. Outside of the scoreboard, a relatively even first 20 minutes of play, as the Valiants attempted 18 total shots, Hobart with 12. Manhattanville, 10 of those shots coming on net, 9 coming on net for the Statesmen. 1 penalty called in the first 20 minutes of play, and Hobart was able to capitalize as they're 1-for-1 on the power play. Face-offs, it's a 14-12 advantage for Hobart, and they have 4 blocked shots in the period. Leading the way so far for the Statesmen, the 2 goal scorers were Jonas Topol, as Topol able to collect his 12th goal of the season, 22nd point, and the 2nd goal was scored by number 73, Lawson McDougall. For McDougall, that is his 6th goal of the season. Assist in the period coming from Neal, Shaw, Shaheen, and Belisario. In the shot category, Haskell, Topol, and Sillard, each with 2 shots apiece, and Frank Opliner so far pitching a shutout, 10 saves in the period. And for Manhattanville, in the shot category, 2 shots by Matt Lippa and Brian Platt, a shot for Oscar Walcott, Axel Walcott, Oscar Arfeld, Nigel Slade, Adam Platt, Kevin Lopato, and Eric Berglund. Tyler Fever able to stop 7 of 9 shots by the Statesmen. As we mentioned, a 2-0 lead both for Hobart, and an update on the Newman and Utica game, so far scoreless through a period of play. And Casey, we mentioned how important it was to come out and get off to a hot start, and that's exactly what the visiting Statesmen were able to do. Is they were able to get 2 quick goals in the period before halfway through the first, and they took a 2-goal lead into the break.
Yeah, like we said, the first goal, a bit unlucky for Tyler Fever. Just kind of bounced off him from a tough angle and somehow found the back of the net. Not an angle you're going to score from 90% of the time. So an unlucky bounce to put the Valiants behind 1-0. And then Hobart just kept the pressure up there in the first 10 minutes. Got on the board again, 2-0 to score, but Manhattanville did a good job fighting back late in the period. They're definitely winning the physical battle, so we'll just see if they're able to create more offensive opportunities, as this dump and chase technique has not really yielded any results so far. So we'll see what adjustments Manhattanville makes, and if they're able to come out firing and try to get on the board early like Hobart did in the first.
22 versus 22 here in the face-off circle. And it'll be Hobart's number 22 with the face-off victory. And now I have a face-off just outside the Manhattanville zone. So it'll be Anderson going up against Sternbach yet again. And it'll be Manhattanville's Corey Anderson winning on the 2nd try to start off the 2nd period, up to Matt Lippa. Lippa playing this one ahead, and Opliner will steal this one towards the side. And with a pass out in front of Opliner, though, with a big save. One-timer up, Terry, shoot and score!
Great offensive sequence by Manhattanville. Adam Platt had 3 opportunities, got Opliner out of position, and it was the big Swede, Axel Walcott, firing a blast from the point. He's got one of the hardest shots on the team and showed it off right there.
Axel Walcott continues his strong play here of late, his 2nd goal of the season, as Walcott's really stepped it up since playing. And you can see over in the corner the Swedish fan section here at Manhattanville going nuts for their fellow Swede.
We saw that powerful slap shot a lot as a freshman. Doing a good job here as a sophomore and gets more accuracy with it. And an absolute snipe there from the point. Oplinger had no chance.
as that one's right off the glove of Tyler Fevers. Hobart was looking to extend their lead back up to 2. Now played up ahead towards Brian Platt. Valiant's right back in this game as they came out firing here in the second period. Not even a minute gone, and Axel Walter responds with his second goal of the season. Maybe the biggest of his career if Manhattanville can rally and win this game.
Like we said, it's what they needed. They needed to come out firing, and they found the back of the net just about 30 seconds in, like you said. And now it's a one-goal game. Anything can happen from here. And now they just need to keep the offensive pressure up, try to use this momentum, and find the back of the net again.
Played over to Artfeld. Artfeld will dump this one in. Played now over and now up, and now the Statesman will look to respond. Here's Nick Biederman with it. Biederman with space. He'll look to go forehand. His shot attempt, big save by Fever, but we're going to get a penalty coming up here against Manhattanville on a slashing call.
That's what happens when you get position there, when you get behind the defense. They're playing from behind and doing anything they can to prevent a goal. And Oscar Artfeld is going to be the guilty party here.
So Artfeld will go to the penalty box. Hobart 1 for 1 on the power play here today. So we'll see if the Valiant penalty kill can pick it up here in their second opportunity. Played out to the point to Neal. Neal passes this one off. Over to the wing. Here's shot attempt right in front, and Hobart responds. Great puck movement there, and it's back up to a 2-goal lead.
We said special teams is going to play a huge role in this contest, and so far Hobart 2 power play goals on the night, a 17% power play unit coming into the game, and they've been perfect so far, and it's been costly for Manhattanville.
And momentum right back on the side of the Statesman as Manhattanville is feeling it. A big penalty against Oscar Artfeld, and the Statesmen make the Valiants pay as Biederman collects his team leading 18th goal of the season. So Valiants once again will have to try to rally from a 2-goal deficit. Still plenty of time to go here, and we're going to get another penalty coming up against Manhattanville as it will be tripping against the Valiants, and just what you don't want if you're head coach Arlen Marshall and the Valiants going back to the penalty box will now be Phil Dinner will be the guilty party.
Nice, need to get control of this puck and get a clearance here early on and build up some confidence for this penalty kill unit. They've been scored on twice so far. They're not a bad unit. So they just need to get some confidence up here and get things going back on Manhattanville's side.
Coming into the game, the Valiants are able to go up 82% of opponents' power plays, but so far 0 for 2 here tonight on the penalty kill. Hobart looking to add to their lead as that shot wide of the cage. Statesman back with it. They're back on the power play. Some great puck movement here by Hobart as they're able to get the Valiant defense moving as that shot attempt by Neal is wide of the net. Still with it. Now looking for a shot is Biederman, but that will be deflected away.
Guys need to keep track of Bingaman another time there where he was wide open in the slot, just like he scored the last goal.
There's another shot attempt. Fever with the kick save. Puck out in front. And it'll be played out to Neal. Neal thought about the one-timer. Ups against it. Now back to Neal. Cross-ice pass. Here's a shot attempt. Blocked away. Valiants trying to clear this one out of the zone. Unable to. And now they will finally get this one out, but we're going to get a whistle. And the faceoff will take place in the Valiant zone, but Manhattanville is able to get some fresh skaters on the ice.
That puck just hitting the Manhattanville College banner here at center ice. Well, stop the play, but like you said, a big break as they're able to get some fresh skaters on the ice. And once again, this linesman throwing his Valiant skater out of the faceoff circle.
As Walcott's able to use the friendly boards here at Playland Ice Casino to his advantage. He'll now send this one towards Oplinger's way. Steered away by the netminder. And now Hobart will look to go back on the attack. Here with it is Shaw. Shaw will go behind the end line and play it behind the net. Back up top to the point. Now behind the net. Going to try to sneak this one in, but good job by Fever covering up that far post. 30 seconds to go in the Phil Dinner penalty. Here's a one-timer opportunity saved by Fever. Sternbach trying to get it again, but another save by Fever. And this one will bounce out of the zone past Tanner Shaw and will go into the Hobart zone where number 77, Carl Belsario, will be back to retrieve it.
Big clearance there by Jackson. 4 fresh skaters coming on the ice from Manhattanville for this final rush for Hobart.
Multi-line pass all the way up to Russo. Russo plays it behind the net. 5 seconds to go in the Dinner penalty. And Manhattanville able to kill this one off. A lot of traffic flow in front of the net. Fever able to collect the initial save and it will squirt out. Hobart back with it. They'll dump this one back in. As it'll be towards Grinder's way. Centering pass. No one there for the Statesman. Now Manhattanville look to start the rush and try to get their offense going again. 2-on-2. Played over towards Dearson. Dearson, though, sent to the ice. And now Hobart trying to get out of their zone. Kept in, though, by the Valiants. Manhattanville with another turnover in the Hobart zone. Trying to get a shot towards net, but blocked off. And it'll be played out of the Manhattanville zone where Ryan Jackson will skate back to play this one.
Giants looking for an icing call there. Not going to get it. Most times you'll see Tyler Fever come out to play that puck.
Up towards Tegan Waugh. The 3 seniors on the ice for Manhattanville. Waugh, Marshall, and Platt. As a few big checks there by each squad. Now it'll be played up towards Berglund. Berglund dumps this one in.
Giants need to be careful with some of these checks along the boards. Back-to-back big hits along the boards, but it looked like Dearson and Waugh both leaving their feet on the hits. Cannot take another penalty here for boarding. If you're Manhattanville, you do not want to keep taxing this penalty kill unit.
Dinner whiffed on that one. He'll have it back though. He'll enter the zone. Here's senior Phil Dinner, but he'll have that one poked away from him. And now we're going to get a slashing or tripping call called against the Statesman as Dinner had his feet taken out from under him. So the first time tonight, we'll get to see Manhattanville's power play unit head onto the ice.
Big opportunity here for Manhattanville. Get these special teams on the ice, get some of their top scorers out there with some space, and try to generate an opportunity. Again, big opportunity coming up, trying to get back in this one. And then the other semifinal matchup, quick update, Utica jumping ahead on Newman, 1-0 in the second period. As we said, Utica the number 1 seed. If they win, the championship will go through the home ice of the Pioneers.
Sorry for technical difficulties. We are back though, as it's currently a 3-1 game in favor of the Statesmen. Giants unable to capitalize on the power play. As Manhattanville trying to rally to defeat Hobart here in ECAC semifinal play. Giants with their own zone. And now Hobart will look to bring this one out. Play it ahead. Here's the Statesman with, here's a shot attempt, and they'll shoot and score. Well, fortunately for Hobart fans, we came right back just in time, but unfortunately for Manhattanville, they're going to give up another goal, and it's now 4-1 Hobart. As that one gets past Fever, and it's now a 3-goal lead for the Statesmen. So Vines find themselves in a huge hole with halfway to go here in the second period of play. Soulard with the goal. And for Soulard, that's his 3rd goal of the season. And as you mentioned, it's a 3-goal lead for Hobart. So Manhattanville really need trying to get something going as Slade will be checked and pried away from the puck as he entered the Hobart zone. Vines still with it. They're looking to try to get their 4th line to maybe try to spark the offense. Momentum was quickly put to Manhattanville's favor after Axel Waltau was able to blast a shot from the point for his second goal of the season, but the Statesmen have responded with 2 unanswered goals as they extend their lead. Now 4-1, and they're looking ahead to it. Here's another shot attempt. Kick save by Fever. And what would have been a wide open net for Nick Bieneman, but a great defensive play there by the Valiant defense as they're able to cut off Bieneman from that puck, and icing will be called against the Valiants. So we'll skate back into the Manhattanville end with 9:17 to go in the second period. As that could have spelled doom for Manhattanville as Bieneman had a wide open net. But a nice defensive play, though, by the Valiant defenseman. Keeps it just a 3-goal deficit. Face-off controlled by Manhattanville. Waltop able to play this one out momentarily. Dumped back in, though, by Hobart. Played up ahead to Beck. Beck with it on stick. Beck's shot attempt. Opplinger with the big save.
Just need to keep doing what they're doing on the offensive end. Just keep throwing pucks on Opplinger and hoping for the best. A big hill to climb against the nationally ranked opponent here in this one, down by 3. But still plenty of time left, 29 minutes to play. They just need to get things going here quickly.
14 saves for Opplinger so far tonight. Arfeld with it. He'll skate ahead with it. Plays it back out to the point to Garbenas. Back to Arfeld. Arfeld, he'll turn and backhand this one towards the net, but off the mark. Now we're going to get a penalty coming up against Hobart. Tyler Fever will head towards the bench. Giants will get the extra skate on the ice. One-timer attempt by Garbenas, steered away by Opplinger. Extra skater on the ice for Manhattanville as we're going to get a delayed call against Hobart. Over to Arfeld. Arfeld with it. Skating around, looking to try to pass this one off. Able to find a teammate, and now it's played along the near boards, where Hobart will finally touch it up, and Manhattanville will go back on the power play, and this is exactly what the Valiants need.
Big chance coming up, but they need to do a better job than the last time. Got to get possession of the puck in the offensive end, get set up, and start to move the puck and get Hobart out of position on the defensive end, open up the shooting lanes, and really try to get Opplinger out of position as well, and somehow find it back in the net.
Valiants with their second power play opportunity of the contest. And we'll see what Manhattanville can do with their second power play. Chance as Anderson will be kicked out of the face-off circle. Adam Platt will take the draw. Won by Manhattanville. Back to Garbenas. Garbenas passes this one off towards Matt Lippa. Lippa looking to try to play this one along the boards. He will towards Anderson. Back over towards Lippa. Lippa has that one taken away, and here comes Hobart with it. As it'll be Belisario. Belisario will just play this one around the boards, and that one bouncing off the side of the net. Now Manhattanville will have it back. Here's Matt Lippa. Lippa enters the zone with speed. Here's Lippa. He'll stop, look to pass this one off, but cleared back away by Hobart.
Hobart penalty kill unit has just done an outstanding job tonight, really forcing some turnovers, and as soon as they do, able to get the puck out of the end and down the length of the ice. A lot of full-length clearances for this Hobart penalty kill unit.
As this shot attempt is blocked away by a Hobart defenseman. Hobart, the top penalty kill unit in the ECAC, at just under 90%. And they're flexing their muscles on the penalty kill unit again here tonight, as the Valiants have struggled to try to get anything going here on the power play. As they look to lay this one off, that pass off the mark as Hicks entered the zone, wasn't expecting it. Jackson back to play it. Deflected along, and Hobart will once again clear this one back out, and could have been a dangerous play as number 13, Sillard, was right there potentially ready to play that puck, looking for maybe his second goal of the game. Lopato with it. Lopato shot attempt, kick save by Opplinger, and a rebound opportunity goes to the wayside for Manhattanville.
Finally a chance for Manhattanville, doing a good job by Lopato getting to the right wing and sending it low on the far side. Opplinger kicked it away, and it went right in the direction of Gall, exactly what he was hoping for, but Stephen Gall unable to get to it as the Hobart defenders did a great job again getting possession and getting it down the ice.
5 seconds to go now in the power play. And the clock will tick out as another successful kill for Hobart as the puck tied up along the boards. And now we'll get a stoppage of play as a Vine skater went to the ice, and officials quickly skate in there to break up any extracurricular activity. Face-off will take place in the Manhattanville defensive zone. 6:12 to go in the second period of play. 2 unanswered goals by Hobart has put them on top 4-1 here in the ECAC West semifinals.
And still a 3-goal deficit. Starting to get late in the second period, but never count Manhattanville out here on the home ice. Tyson, you say it all the time, the most magical place on earth. And the Valiants have had several come-from-behind victories these last 2 seasons here on the home ice. They're going to need one here again in the third period if they want to advance to the championship match.
Face-off won by the Statesman. This shot attempt blocked before it could even get to Fever. And I believe it hit off the protective netting that surrounds Playland Ice Casino. Deflected out by Manhattanville, so the face-off will stay in the Valiant zone. As each team making line changes for the forwards. As Corey Anderson will go take the face-off, and he will win it. It's with it behind their own net. Turned over though. Shot attempt out in front, but that one just off the mark. Golden opportunity there for Hobart, but a big break for Manhattanville. Giants dump this one in towards Oplander's way. He'll push that one along towards a teammate. Dinner trying to keep it in the zone. Over towards Lippa. Lippa with it. Lippa now plays it behind the net. Centering pass towards Adam Platt. Platt, though, unable to find his stick with the puck. Giants still with it in the Hobart zone, looking to try to cut into the deficit. Puck now tied up along the boards as both teams trying to pry for possession, and now we'll get a stoppage of play. So faceoff will take place in the Manhattanville offensive zone with a little over 5 minutes to go in the second period.
Manhattanville needs to start thinking one pass ahead. A little bit slow on some of these opportunities. It's allowed the Statesmen to get back on defense. A couple defenders laying down on the ice, really blocking the passing lanes. And unfortunately for Manhattanville, it's forced them to keep the puck deep in the offensive end, and it's really shut off all opportunities. They need to start getting the puck moving a little bit more and start getting it moving quickly if they want to get the defenders out of position.
Big check there along the boards by Manhattanville. Giants again trying to let the physical play get them back in this contest. Centering pass out in front, deflected away by Hobart, and we're going to get another penalty coming up, and it will go against Manhattanville. So the Statesmen will go back on the power play. As it will be Eric Berglund to serve the 2 minutes for tripping.
Again, Berglund needs to be careful, giving the referee a piece of his mind, not agreeing with that call at all. And now the Valiant penalty kill unit back on the ice. Big power play opportunity coming up for Hobart, trying to extend this lead. And a quick check-in on the other semifinal matchup. Utica now up 2-0 on Newman, as they head late into the second period as well.
Giants able to clear this one the length of the ice, as Hobart will skate back down to their own end and look to start the rush. As we approach 4 minutes to go here in the second period. Here's Sternbach with it. Sternbach will hold and wait for reinforcements, and now play this one along the boards behind the net. Shaw able to keep this one in the zone. Played over to Russo. Russo looking back towards Shaw's way, taken away, and now Manhattanville cleared out of the zone. Belisario cross-ice pass off the mark, but now Hobart will have it back. Statesman with it. looking for yet another power play goal and trying to extend their lead. Lions will clear this one out of the zone. It will go all the way to Frank Oplinger. 1 minute to go in the Berglund tripping penalty. 3:30 to go in the second period. Kicked along over to Sokol. Sokol with it. Cross ice pass over to Belisario. Belisario has it. We'll now play this one along the boards as Sokol will have it. Up to the point. Neal passes this one back behind towards Bienemann's way. Bienemann to Sokol. Cross ice pass now played back behind as the Statesmen will have this puck cleared back down their end. Though one final chance to potentially go on the rush. As Hobart very patient here on this penalty kill, or this power play, as they really haven't gotten anything going offensively. And it'll be a successful kill for Manhattanville. Lions back to full strength with 2:30 to go in the second period, trailing by 3. Here's shot attempt, a lot of traffic in front of the net. Fever with the save, puck loose in front. Here's another shot, a shot and goal by number 21, Vincent Russo, and it's now 5-1 Hobart. Just a lot of traffic in front of the net. Puck was loose. Neither team really able to get it. Russo was finally able to snag it, and he was able to go top shelf above the glove of Fever. And Hobart with now 3 unanswered goals to respond to the Axel Walcott goal. And it's now 5-1 Statesman. Face off won by Hobart. So going to try to bring this one out of their own zone. Here comes Manhattanville with it. Played ahead towards Walcott. Walcott, his shot attempt and a big save by Oplinger as that one almost snuck past his shoulder, but he's able to gather that one for the save.
The Lions did get a good opportunity on that play, but breaking out of the defensive end, they had Brian Platt streaking through center ice. Was probably going to get through the defense if they found him with a pass. Would have been a breakaway opportunity. Instead, they got it to Walcott. And a big save there by Oplinger.
Russo with his 8th goal of the season. It's now 5-1 Hobart. Manhattanville trying to respond before they head into the locker room for the second time. Giants looking to try to get something going as the physical play picks up between these two squads. Hobart will bring this one out of their own end. Passed along, 3-on-3. Now Hobart will skate behind. Here's a centering pass out front. A lot of traffic as a Hobart skater currently colliding with Tyler Fever. No call though.
Again, another great chance for the Statesmen. They're just doing everything right on the offensive end.
One-timer opportunity. This one will go off the American flag that is straight behind Tyler Fever. Faceoff will stay in the Manhattanville end with 1:23 to go in the second. Bienemann to take the faceoff, as it will be won by Nigel Slade. Hobart back with it. Here's shot attempt saved by Fever. Rebound opportunity. Wide open net, but Statesman unable to put it home.
Bienemann right there once again. Nearly put it home off the rebound, just unable to get enough on the second chance opportunity. And now a stoppage of play, not really sure why, as the puck went above the rafters here from Playland Ice Casino, but never touched any of the roofing structures here. But either way, it's going to be a face-off in the defensive end.
Marshall and Bienemann. It'll be won by Bienemann. This shot attempt off the mark. 1 minute to go in the second period. Hobart with it. They lead by 4. Looking to clinch a spot in the ECAC Championship game for the 3rd consecutive season. Dumped into the zone. Berglund looking to try to win possession for Manhattanville. Played back to the point. Here's a shot attempt. Opplander able to stick that one away. 30 seconds to go. Played ahead. Hobart with it. All right, here's a shot attempt. Shrugged away by Fever on the Shaheen shot. Jackson trying to play it out of the zone, and now he finally will get it out. Ryan Jackson skating ahead. The freshman defenseman losing control of that one. Goes up into the air. Neal unable to handle the puck. Final seconds ticking away. One final opportunity, and that will do it for the second period of play. And pushing and shoving taking place before the teams head to the locker room, as frustration currently on the side of Manhattanville, as they're able to cut into the Hobart lead by one after the Axel Walcott goal, but Hobart storming with 3 unanswered goals as they'll take a 5-1 lead into the final 20 minutes of play. We'll see if the Vines can rally to defeat the 6th-ranked Statesmen and clinch a spot in the ECAC championship game. 5-1, Hobart leads Manhattanville here at Playland Ice Casino in the ECAC West semifinal matchup. Winner will go on to face the winner of Utica and Newman, and it's Utica currently with a 2-0 lead against the Knights. And Utica wins, then the championship game will be played at Utica. If they were to fall to Newman, then the championship game will be played either at Playland or at Hobart. But so far right now, it's Hobart that will be advancing to the ECAC Championship. Taking a look at the stats through 2 periods of play. Stats pretty similar outside the scoreboard. Shots 23-20, advantage Hobart. The big key to Hobart with their lead is they're 2 for 4 on the power play, and they've been able to kill off both valiant power plays with ease. Faceoffs are 24-23 Hobart, and block shots, it's 8-5 advantage Statesman. Taking a look at the individual stats. 5 different goal scorers again for the Statesmen. They had 6 in the 2 contests against Manhattanville, and they had 6 the other night in the win against Stevenson, as it's just been a team effort. McDougal, Russo, Szilard, Topol, and Binneman all with a goal. 2 assists for Neal, 2 assists for Shaheen, an assist for McNee, Shaw, Haskell, Sokol, Belsario, and Reiner. Frank Opplinger, a fantastic game in between the pipes. 19 saves on 20 shots, just giving up the lone goal. And for Manhattanville, Axel Waltott so far the only goal here tonight, his 2nd of the season. The assist coming from Matt Lippa and Adam Platt. Tyler Fever, 18 saves on 23 shots, which equals out to about a 78% save percentage. So we're just about to get underway here for the 3rd period of action between Manhattanville and Hobart. And Casey, momentum was quickly on Manhattanville's side as Axel Waltout was able to bury a goal from the point, but then Hobart responded with 2 quick goals, and they were able to build their lead all the way up to 4 before the end of the 2nd.
Yeah, Hobart's just doing everything right on both ends of the ice. Defensively, they're able to cause turnovers and get the puck out of their end with pretty much ease. And on the offensive end, they're getting the puck moving, they're getting guys in position, and they're especially finding guys in the slot. A couple opportunities coming from right in front of Tyler Fever. A few of them have gone home. Bingham, the one-timer on the power play to put one past Fever, and a couple opportunities that Fever has turned away. But the Statesmen have just done everything right on both ends of the ice. Manhattanville on the other end really struggling to get things going offensively. And on the defensive end, Hobart has been able to create shooting lanes, and the Valiant defenders unable to really fill the gaps, and Tyler Fever has had to make a couple big saves to keep this one as close as it has.
Now we mentioned a few important stats before the contest. When scoring first, Hobart 15-1-2. When an opponent scores first on Manhattanville, they're 2-7 on the year. When leading after the first period, Hobart 13-1-2. Manhattanville has only trailed after the first period 5 times coming into the contest, and they are 1-4 in those contests. In the 2nd period, well, it's a lot more riskier for the Valiants. Hobart 15-0-1 when leading after 2 periods of play. Manhattanville 0-7 when trailing after 40 minutes.
Yeah, pretty much 2 polar ends of the spectrum there. Hobart never loses when they're up after the 40 minutes of action. Manhattanville has not won this year when trailing after 40 minutes. But you got to throw all those statistics out the window during the playoffs, and especially on the home ice where the Valiants have had a lot of magic over the years. They're going to need some more magic here tonight if they want to advance.
Valiants trying to clear this one out of their zone, unable to, and now they'll get it out. Here's Adam Platt with it. Platt, his shot attempt off the mark. Platt looking to make sure this is not his final collegiate game. As talking to the seniors, this week's Senior Spotlight feature, Adam Platt talked about his breakout season this year, as he's had career high in goals, assists, and points this year, and he mentioned this contest against Hobart. Hoping the Valiants could get a shot to play for an ECAC championship. But the Valiants are going to need to rally in this 4-goal deficit if they're going to want to clinch a spot in the championship title contest. Played out of the zone. Played up towards Tegan Wasway. Now Manhattanville will have it. Here's Eric Berglund with it. Berglund playing this one towards the Bulls. Belisario plays it out of the zone. Hobart with him. They'll go back into the Manhattanville zone. One-on-one opportunity for number 12, Topol. And Topol will just elect to spin and try to pass this to a teammate. Turned over. Now turnover by Manhattanville. And could have been a costly mistake, but nothing going on that one as Hicks will pass this one over towards Anderson's way. Big check there behind the play by the Valiants. As again, they continue their physical play, trying to come back in this contest. Doesn't try to play this one out, but turned over. Back with it is Greiner. Greiner, his pass attempt off the mark. Now played it behind the net towards Shaheen. Shaheen, 2 assists here tonight. And now the Valiants will look to break out. Dumped in though, and Oplaner will just cover this one up. And that will halt play with nearly 2 minutes gone in the third period of play.
And you mentioned it here before the third period started, another total team effort for Hobart. 5 different goal scorers on the night. They had 6 different goal scorers in their quarterfinal matchup. And that just shows why they're ranked 6th in the country right now. A very evenly talented team, a total team effort that has helped them have the success they've had this year.
Giants trying to respond. Looking for just a little more magic here in the 2016-17 season here at Playland. This one cleared out of the Vine zone. And Jackson will be back to play. Jackson behind his own net, now up the ice as Waltott playing this one along. And now Hobart will look to break out. Right towards Sokol's way. Sokol just dumps this one in. Beaver behind the net. Play this one off, and now Manhattanville once again try to get some kind of offense going. Ball sent into the boards. Hobart looking to clear it out of their end, blocked away though. As Simon will get it out. Poked away off the stick of Shaheen. And he'll circle back around and he'll just dump this one into the Manhattanville end. Up towards Gall. Gall unable to play this one. No icing, so Oplaner will come out to play it and he'll leave it off for Belisario. Statesman back with it. Here's Haskell with it. Haskell looking to lay this one off, as his shot attempt will be blocked away by the Valiants.
And once again, the Statesmen just easily getting out of their own end, and it leads to almost a 3-on-2 opportunity the other direction. They've done just an excellent job of finding the open forward out of the defensive end, something that Manhattanville's really struggled with.
Platt playing this one along towards Lopato. Lopato's shot attempt steered away by Oplaner, and it'll go out of play. Face-off will stay in the Hobart zone. Anderson joining his fellow line mates on the ice with Lippa and Adam Platt. We'll see if the sophomore Californian can help get Manhattanville back in the scoring column. That's now the Hobart skater will be kicked out of the face-off circle. Face-off controlled by the Vines, out to Hicks. Hicks passed this one back towards Anderson's way. Turned over though, and now Hobart trying to get out of their zone. And they will. Played up ahead as McDougal dumps into the Vine zone. Dinner able to keep that one away from the fence. Up to fellow classmate Aaron Platt. Platt with speed. Platt looking for a shot attempt, but Oplaner able to easily kick that one away. And we're going to get a delayed penalty coming up here.
Yeah, Vines starting to show some frustration. Check away from the puck, and it looks like it's going to go against Dinner again. And this time it's going to be elbowing.
And Dinner obviously pleading his case before he heads into the penalty box. It'll fall on deaf ears, as Hobart will go back on the power play where they have been successful here tonight, 2 for 4, with the extra skater on the ice. Bieneman to take the face-off, going up against Slade. Won by Bieneman. He goes back to the point. Neal passing this one off. Sokol back to Neal. Neal thought about the one-timer, opts against it, gets it back to Sokol. Pass towards Bieneman, cleared by the Vines.
Vines need to start taking some chances here, starting pretty soon. Down by 4 goals, they are on the penalty kill, but at some point you got to give up the traditional game plan and start to try to get some offensive opportunities, even if it means taking some chances and allowing Hobart to have some opportunities if you are unable to connect.
Vines able to clear that one out of their zone, and they'll get 4 new skaters on the ice, led by seniors Tegan Waugh and Adam Platt. Platt and Waugh not deflecting, apply initial pressure, and Hobart patiently waiting behind their own net, and no rush here, holding that 4-goal lead. Now the Vines will start the pressure by Waugh. Platt able to cause the turnover. Waugh plays it ahead towards Adam Platt. Platt has it. Now trying to play it ahead, turned over as Griner having to skate around one of his own players' sticks and gets into the Manhattanville zone.
We're going to get a call for slashing coming up here. Excuse me, a cross check. That sent that stick flying, so now another big opportunity coming up. Manhattanville just continues to shoot itself in the foot here in the third period. Now 5-on-3 opportunity for Hobart. Now if you want to get back in this game for Manhattanville, down 2 men is not the way you want to do it.
2 seniors in the penalty box, as Platt will join Dinner. 5-on-3 for the next 48 seconds. And then it'll be a 5-on-4 for the Hobart for the remainder of the Platt penalty. 5-on-3 for the Statesman. Passed over to the slot. That shot attempt well wide of the cage. Pass back over. Here's a pass through the center ice, but unable to connect on that one. Hobart very patient on this 5-on-3. Shaw passed this one over. Here's a shot attempt blocked away by the Vines. Vines looking to try to clear this one. Unable to, but it will go out of play. And the faceoff will stay in the Manhattanville zone.
Like you said, a sign of a well-experienced and a well-coached team. The Statesmen in no hurry on this 5-on-3. They know how important this opportunity is. Very patient with the puck, waiting for a good shooting lane, and not trying to force anything. You don't want to shoot one off of a defender trying to block a shot and have it come out to center ice. As the 5-on-3 is about to expire, but still a man advantage for the next minute and 18 seconds.
Giants kill off the first power play. We'll see if they can repeat the success and kill off the second one to Adam Platt. That's exactly what you can have if you're Manhattanville, if you hope to try to rally in this contest. As you're forced to play on your heels defensively. This pass out in front, unable to find a Statesman skater. Here's Shaw with it. Shaw able to get around Slade. He'll pass this one over. Played now off the boards. Vines trying to use the boards to clear, and now Manhattanville will clear this one all the way into the Hobart bench. Is that hard? Clear attempt. Faceoff will stay in the Manhattanville end, as this shot attempt will be gloved by Fever. as it was Byer putting that one on net. 36 seconds to go in the Adam Platt penalty. Statesman with it. There's Shaw. Shaw's shot attempt saved by Fever yet again. Fever being peppered with shots here in the second power play, but so far standing tall. Trying to give his squad an opportunity to try to rally. Another face-off wins. This one will go wide of the net. 20 seconds to go in the Platt penalty. Sokol has it. They're going to try to pass this one off. Gets it to Bineman. Bineman's shot taken away by Nolan Marshall. Played over now. Neal will dump this one back in. Final seconds to go in the power play. Here's another shot attempt, and Fever will just cover this one up. Valiant will be back at full strength. $12:19 to go here in the third period. A spot in the ECAC Championship game on the line. Utica still holding strong, up 2-0 against Newman. As Vines look past this one up towards Stephen Gall. One-on-one opportunity. Gall shoots and scores!
Huge heads-up play from the defensive end coming off the bench as the penalty expired. Stephen Gall behind the defense. A huge spark for Manhattanville here, 5-2.
And that gets the Valiant faithful back in this game. 12:11 to go. Stephen Gall with a huge goal. Can Manhattanville pull off what will be a huge comeback victory against the Statesmen? Still not dead yet. Hobart with a big face-off victory. And they'll clear this one to the Manhattanville bench.
And that's exactly what I was talking about as far as taking some chances here if you're Manhattanville. Like I said, Gall coming off the bench as that penalty expired from Platt. Going streaking down behind the defense, taking a risk with that two-line pass, finding him, and an easy goal there for Stephen Gall as he was able to beat Opplinger.
For the junior Stephen Gall, it's his 7th of the season. And now we'll get a whistle as icing called against Manhattanville. Gall had a fantastic offensive season last year, leading the team in goals. This year, doing it more on the assist side with 9 assists. Once again, another face-off win for the Statesmen. And if Manhattanville wants to rally, they're going to have to start winning some face-offs so they can set up their offense. 5-2 the lead for Hobart, thanks to the Stephen Gall goal. And a big check there, and that is exactly what you can happen. If you're head coach Arlen Marshall and the Valiants, you're going to be forced to go back on the penalty kill.
And this will be an interesting call. We saw this in the first game today, a check from behind going into the boards. The call on the ice is boarding. We'll get to see if it's a minor or a major. On the board, it is a minor. So Anderson catching a break with that one, a dangerous hit from the sophomore. Like you said, the Valiants going back on the penalty kill now, and you just can't keep giving yourselves away if you're trying to get back in the contest. They started to rally. They got a nice goal there from Stephen Gall. Like you said, they weren't dead yet, but now going back on the penalty kill. It's going to have just under 10 minutes remaining in the game once this penalty expires, and you're starting to run out of time if you're Manhattanville.
5-2 the lead for Hobart. Going to clinch a spot in the ECAC Championship game for the 3rd consecutive year. As this shot attempt is saved by Fever, and he will cover this one up. Giants have to be careful with these post-play pushes. As Benjamin's able to win this one, his shot attempt kicked away by Fever. They'll go back to the point, unable to keep that one in the zone was Neal, so the Statesmen will be forced to retreat and look to restart the rush here on the power play. As that one goes all the way to Fever, and he gloves that one out of the air, and no fault play. Bryant's a little bit better job here on the power plays. They've stopped the last 3 Statesmen power plays after giving up 2 consecutive power play goals to Hobart. And Manhattanville now with it, trying to use the boards, and they'll get a successful clear on this one.
Marshall sending the bench scattering a bit on that one as that slap shot clearance attempt went right towards the boards, just caught the edge of the glass in the defensive end.
The entering zone is Belsario. Belsario plays this one behind the end line. Hobart with it along the near boards. Here's Baineman. Puck tied up along the boards yet again as we approach 40 seconds to go in the Corey Anderson cross-check penalty. Now this one will skate out. Tegan Wild looking to try to beat the Hobart defenseman. Opplander came out, and Wild nearly blocking that one into the net. And could have been a big play for Manhattanville if Wild could have somehow found a way to put it in. Halfway through the 3rd period of play. Giants able to get a goal back thanks to the Stephen Gall goal.
Like we said, you got to start taking some chances. Wow, letting it all out on the ice on that one, hustling down the ice and nearly came away with the goal, like you said.
Big check there along the boards, and that gets the Valiant Faithful back into it. Final seconds tick off, and the penalty is killed by Manhattanville.
And head coach Arlen Marshall does still have his timeout. Don't be surprised if after this next stoppage, now probably not coming up in the offensive end, but don't be surprised if you see him use that timeout and try to set up an offense here for these final 9.5 minutes and try to set something in motion and try to get the Giants in the back of the net and make it a 2-goal game, allow them to get fever to the bench late in the period and try to pull off a miracle.
Anderson back in the face-off circle, looking to try to get back in the good side of Arlen Marshall after picking up that penalty. As that shot attempt by Platt is blocked away. And McNeil will skate around to play this one. Right now along the boards. Here's a shot attempt sticked away by Opplander. Valiant's really picking up the pressure here on the forecheck. Dump back in. Valiant's going to be forced to jump back on sides, and they'll make a few line changes. Lipa now applying the pressure. Now the Statesmen will just dump this one into the Manhattanville end, and they'll have a full line change coming up as 5 new skaters on the ice for the Statesmen. Multi-line pass up to Brian Platt. Platt with speed. Platt, his shot attempt high of the cage, and it's deflected out by Hobart. So face-off will stay in the Statesman zone. Kevin Lopato to take the face-off. That'll be one and controlled by Hobart. They'll give it to Manhattanville. Plays this one along the boards. Hobart trying to use the boards to clear it out of their zone. Giants doing a good job of keeping it in. As we approach 8 minutes to go here in the 3rd period. Giants down by 3. Giants again continue to pick up the forecheck pressure. And now Hobart will finally get it out of the zone. Shipped ahead up towards Sternbach. Sternbach goes behind the end line. As he'll just skate around and look to chew up some more clock. The pile down on the ice. Puck though loose along the near boards. Hobart will have it. As again, Statesman just kind of skating around, chewing up some clock. Here's a wraparound attempt as that one's wide of the cage. Giants come back out with it, looking to start the break. Here's Stephen Gall with it. Gall, his shot attempt saved by Opplander. Puck loose, and now he'll cover it up. Face-off will stay in the Hobart end after Oplaner iced that puck. Anderson back on the ice, along with Platt, Lippa.
I believe we have a penalty coming up against Hobart. I thought I heard the official come over and tell the table too many men on the ice, and there is. And now finally Hobart sends someone to the box. So power play opportunity for Manhattanville, 7:12 to go. Huge chance now for them to get back in it even further. If you get it down to a 2-goal game, like we said, anything's possible if you get the extra attacker on the ice late. But it all starts with a power play goal here for Manhattanville.
Short time for the Valiants. Russo will serve the penalty. Arfeld pass this one on to Lippa. Lippa, his shot attempt just wide of the cage. Garbinas keeps it in the zone. Here's Manhattanville with it. Arfeld passing this one along. Now back to Arfeld. Arfeld trying to glove that pass down, unable to. Plays it behind the net to Anderson. Anderson looking for someone to pass it off to. Back to Corey Anderson. Anderson towards Lippa's way. Lippa around the ice. Right up top to the point, but cleared out of the zone by Hobart. 40 seconds gone in the too many men penalty to the Statesman.
I'm trying to be too precise on that one. You just got to start getting pucks to the net. Not enough time on the clock to try to set up the perfect opportunity. You just got to try to make something out of nothing.
And offsides as Stephen Gall just hopped past the blue line and was unable to stay on sides. So that will stop play. Casey, you're 100% right on that one. You don't have enough time to just try to find that perfect shot. You just got to start throwing some pucks towards the net. Hope for a rebound or hope for something to try to get back in this game. Over to Hicks. Hicks will just dump this one along the boards. There's Manhattanville with his shot attempt blocked away though by the Statesman. And this one will be cleared out and it will go all the way into the Manhattanville end. Short time here for the Valiants as we're under 6 minutes to go. Down by 3 but on the power play. Valiants skate ahead, they'll enter the zone. With speed, here's a shot attempt and Oplaner collects the save. Face-off will stay in the Hobart zone. Capado able to win that one. Passed over, here's a shot attempt, and that one just gained a piece of that one was Oplaner. Hicks now has it. Hicks playing this one off to Jackson. Back goes Manhattanville, centering pass off the mark. Hicks still with it. Hicks, he'll try to center this one. Turned over though, and now here come the Statesmen. Statesman will chew up some more clock here as Shaheen will send this one on net, but a big save by Fever with 4 seconds to go and the Hobart penalty.
Gotta put the puck on net if you're Manhattanville. Again, passing that puck around the outside. Hobart able to just set up and get 4 defenders in the little diamond position there and really shut off the passing lanes. And for Manhattanville, a turnover allows the Statesman an opportunity on the other end, and that'll do it for the man advantage.
Bryant's able to win the faceoff, and they'll quickly try to skate this one ahead. Statesman back at full strength. Oplaner able to push that one away. Here's another shot attempt blocked before it even gets to Oplaner. Bryant's trying to keep this one in the zone. They will. As Manhattanville trying to rally. And this one will be cleared out of the Hobart zone, and it will go all the way to the opposite end of the ice where the Vines will touch up for icing. .444 to go in the third period of play. 5-2 the lead for Hobart. Winner will go to the ECAC West Championship where they'll face the winner of Utica and Newman. As Walton, multi-line pass. Vines able to deflect this one into the Hobart end, so no icing. Giants with us. This shot attempt wide of the cage. Here's another shot. Opplinger with the save, though.
Better job these last couple rushes for Manhattanville. Starting to just throw things on cage and see if you can get a lucky bounce. Opplinger has done a good job controlling the rebounds all night long so far. But you never know. One lucky break is all it takes.
3-1 the lead for Utica. With a short time to go in that contest. As this one will be played out, where Waltau will be there and he'll dump this one in. Vines have to jump back on sides, and now they'll look to pick up the forecheck pressure yet again. This one actually going off the back of a Hobart player, and Nigel Slade will have it. Slade playing it ahead to Dearson. Dearson over to Beck. Beck back behind the net to Dearson. Pass out in front. Vines looking for a wraparound attempt, but defended nicely, though, by the Statesman. And this one will be cleared the length of the ice, and it just skated past the goal, so Fever able to hold off on playing it, and it'll be another icing call against the Statesman.
Tyler Fever to the bench, going with the extra attacker early on, and why not? Season on the line, 3:38 to play, down by 3. Here's the chance that the Vines are going to take.
And a big opportunity here. Some tired legs are on the ice for Hobart after the icing call.
Kind of surprised to see Hobart not use their timeout in this situation with the extra attacker on the ice and some tired legs, but it pays off as they're able to win the faceoff and clear the zone.
Hobart able to get some new skaters out there. Vines down by 3. Empty net for Manhattanville. Vines trying to enter the zone, but Hobart making it difficult. Now Manhattanville will get it in. Here's a rebound opportunity, unable to put that on. Here's another shot attempt. Opplinger with the save. Vines continue to pepper Opplinger with a shot, and he'll finally just jump on this puck and halt play.
A huge play. I'm not sure which Statesman defender got to stick to it, but Stephen Gall was right there on the doorstep. The rebound came right in his direction with a wide open net, and somehow the Statesman got just enough of it to change direction of the puck and keep Manhattanville out of the back of the net. A huge opportunity for Manhattanville.
Jackson, Walcott, Brian and Adam Platt, Corey Anderson, Matt Lippa on the ice for the Valiants. Manhattanville trying to rally with 3 minutes to go here in the game, down by 3. Here's shot attempt, Opplinger with a save.
Like we said, you got to just start getting pucks to the net. You never know what's going to happen. A couple chances here in the last 30 seconds for Manhattanville that normally in the pace of play you would not see the offense take a shot at.
Hobart will now finally pass this one off, where Waltott's there to defend it. Waltott enters with it, and Waltott tripped up, and we're going to get a penalty against Hobart, so Manhattanville will go on the power play. And although the Valiants will have a 6-on-4, Casey, sometimes this is kind of a blessing when there is an empty net, because now you can just take shots from the net without worrying about icing. Yeah,
on the penalty kill, you got to imagine every time Hobart touches the puck, they might not be thinking about scoring, but just dumping the puck down as fast as they can. And for Hobart, you never know. Again, a lucky bounce can go your way if it catches an edge and turns into the net. This game's pretty much over. But on the flip side, with this extra pressure on the offensive end, it causes the defense to play a little bit scattered, and that's when you can get some of these penalties called. And for Manhattanville now, 2-man advantage. And again, a big chance to get that third goal and try to get something going.
Puck dropped, and this one cleared down the length of the ice just wide of the net. And there again, it's kind of that no fear attitude with being on the power play. Be about 30 seconds to go in the game if the Statesman can kill off this penalty. Valiants trying to enter the zone but having some trouble, and now they're in. Up towards Berglund. Berglund, his shot attempt off the mark. And the Statesman will once again clear this one back down, and it will slowly but surely skate off the boards at the end of the ice. Manhattanville will look to go back on the rush. This pass attempt up towards Gall is off the mark. Cleared back down by the Statesman.
You've got 2 extra men on the ice. You can't keep letting Hobart clear this puck without at least getting a body on it along the boards.
Here's Lippo. Lippo will enter the zone, the leading goal scorer for Manhattanville. This cross-ice pass off the mark. Manhattanville unable to play it. Now Anderson plays off the boards. Here's a shot opportunity blocked away before it gets to Oplaner.
Nice play there. Two members in front of the net for Manhattanville. A nice pass block in the slot. Now a race for the puck.
And this one will go just wide of the net as number 81, Ben Greyer, was able to block it. And Greyer looked like he tripped up a Valiant trying to poke that puck towards the net, but no call by the officials. Valiant's right into the zone. Here's Manhattanville with it. Here's a shot attempt. Oplaner out of the net, but that shot well wide of the cage. Valiants keep it in. Up towards Waugh. Centering pass out in front. Valiant's trying to push this one in. Oplaner with yet another save. 1 minute to go. Valiants play this one behind the net. Now back behind as Hobart continued just to try to chew up some clock. Pass out in front, deflected away, and now will go off the boards. Here's Anderson with it. Anderson, his shot attempt, and that will do it for the power play. Valiants still with the empty net, but 36 seconds to go, down by 3. Barring what would be a miracle, it looks like Hobart will be advancing to the ECAC Championship game where they will face what looks to be Utica.
Wouldn't be so sure.
Quick change on that one. 3-3 now the score as Newman has rallied in that contest.
3-3.
As here's a shot attempt, saved by Oplaner, rebound opportunity wide of the net. Valiant's not going down without a fight. Gall pass this one over. Now over to the side. Here's another shot attempt. Puck out in front, cleared away, and this one will skate the length of the ice, and it will go in for the goal. As Hobart will score the empty netter, and that will do it. 12 seconds to go. 6-2, Hobart leads. Russo, they're going to give credit for the goal, his second of the game, as Fever will come back in between the pipes, and the Valiants will just skate this one out, and Hobart will celebrate their third consecutive trip to the ECAC Championship as they defeat Manhattanville 6-2. And a tough break for the Valiants as their season comes to an end for the second consecutive year in the semifinals. 6-2 the win for the 6th ranked team in the nation. The Statesmen defeat Manhattanville and they end the Valiant season, and Hobart avoids going 0-3 against the Valiants as they avenge 2 regular season losses. Hobart improves to 19-4-4 overall, while Manhattanville end their season at 14-11-1. As we take a look at the final stats here today. Team stats, 5-2 the advantage Hobart in the goals as they get the salute from the Hobart faithful that made the long trip here to Rye, New York. Shots, it was Manhattanville with a 33-32 advantage. Valiants go 0 for 4 on the power play while Hobart goes 2 of 7. As the Valiants will be saluted by the home faithful for their valiant effort. A tough way to end the year. Hobart winning 39 faceoffs, Manhattanville winning 36, 14 block shots for the Statesmen, 7 for Manhattanville. Collecting goals here tonight. It was Russo who had 2 goals on the night, the only multi-goal scorer for Hobart. Szilard, Tupal, Beneman, and McDougall each with a goal. Assist coming to Neal and Shashin, each with 2. McNee, Shaw, Haskell, Sokol, Belisario, and Greiner all with an assist as well. For Manhattanville, Axel Walta and Stephen Gall, the 2 goal scorers. Assists coming from Matt Lippa, Oscar Arfeld, and Adam Platt. Frank Opplinger collecting the victory here tonight.
21. Just a scrum in front. I don't know who possibly would give it.
Opplinger with 32 saves, giving up 2 goals, a 94% save percentage. Opplinger improves to 9-4-2 on the year, while Tyler Fever will drop to 12-9-1 overall as he will get the loss. Fever giving up 5 goals, had 27 saves for an 84% save percentage. So that will do it from Playland Ice Casino as the Valiants fall to Hobart 6-2, and the Manhattanville men's hockey season comes to an end. A great year for Manhattanville with some big marquee wins, including defeating then #1 St. Norbert. They defeated nationally ranked Hobart twice, defeated Newman while they were ranked as well in the season. And a special thank you and congratulations on 4 great careers going out to seniors Tegan Waugh, Tanner Hicks, Phil Dinner, Nolan Marshall, and Adam Platt, as those 5 wrap up their senior years. And the future does look bright for Manhattanville as they will return once again the bulk of their lineup, looking for another run at an ECAC championship, but still a tough pill to swallow here as they end their season to the Statesmen. That will do it for GoValiants.tv's broadcast of Manhattanville College men's hockey. We thank you for joining us all season as we brought you Manhattanville hockey action here at Playland Ice Casino. For Casey Shermick, this is Tyson Nagler. Make sure to check out the recap and all the stats at GoValiants.com. Hobart defeats Manhattanville 6-2. They will go to the ECAC Championship to face Utica to determine who will be crowned the ECAC West champions for the 2016-2017 season. Thanks for joining us, folks, and have a great night.